we're going to have to do a short little number 3 part to the nursery, because as I was talking about my shelves that I made, and I was trying to explain to you how I made them, what I made them out of, at the very end, if you replay the second part of the nursery video, you can hear someone make a kind of a crow sound, and that was my son coming in the door. We have a signal that he gives when I tell him I'm recording, and he usually does that before he comes in so he doesn't mess up my film. So you caught the very end of that. I'm sure it won't be the last time you'll get to hear our signal. We're silly. Okay, so this is, I took a couple of those little trim pieces I was telling you about. I just glued them together for this one, and then some of my, I used those shingles I showed you, and some of my I used these bamboo strips. This one's kind of stained. I don't remember what I was staining it for, but, and then I just glued this little strip of wood on top, and made this one. I made a bunch of these. I think I made like 7 different styles to go throughout the house, so you probably see more of them. And this one is just kind of a longer one. I used these for the ends, and this one I just used it as a little bracket. That is a shingle right there. And this is, I bought some nice, really thin crafting wood from Temu. I got a giant pack of this wood, and it's perfect for building miniature furniture or whatever. It cuts really nice, although you can see I've got a little bit of a splintered edge there. I found it best to just kind of slowly cut away at it a little bit at a time, and it didn't splinter quite as bad. And all I did was use my ruler, and then one of my favorite tools of all time, my miter shears. And these cut really, really well. They're very sharp, so be careful. But they do have a lock on them. You can lock them out. So probably this is one of those tools where you want to, if you have small people in your house, you want to put it up so they can't get to it. And it has this nice little miter box for cutting all your angles. This would have been really handy when I started my build, but I just got it not too long ago. It'd be really perfect to be cutting all these angles for your trim, your door frames, your windows, because you can achieve a really nice, clean angle with these. So, and then I just had this one out. I'll show you this real quick, and I think we'll just leave you alone. This is another one of those little shelves I made. I made it just with little pieces on the end, and then I made a little double shelf on the top. I just painted them white, and then added some brown, a little bit of ivory, just to kind of make them look antiqued. And then I clear coated them all. I try to clear coat almost everything in this dollhouse, because I just really like to think somebody just kept polishing the stuff and cleaning it. Maybe it's been in the family for a while. I don't know. I just like the way it looks, and I think it adds a little bit more sturdiness to the pieces. And this was just a little table. I grabbed it when I was grabbing that shelf because I thought it was another shelf. But it's just a table. I made it the same way. Some dowels, those little trim pieces, and a nice piece of that wood. I know I had a spot in mind for this table, but for now I really can't remember where it was going to go. Anyway, now that's the end of the nursery.